Donald John Trump is guilty of 34 felony charges. After 7 long weeks, the courtroom is empty and Donald Trump's diaper is full.
We learned a hard lesson during the pandemic. 1/3 of core inflation we faced last year is because of automobiles, the cost. Why? We had a lot of buyers because wages went up.
Bowser and Chancellor Fairby, thank you for joining us as well. And for families
You're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Mission failed. Eagle is in position and ready for his speech. We aren't sure how he'll react to the lady on stage. Stand by. All units, the Eagle appears to be leaning in right now. What is he doing? Oh God, he sniffed her. This is not a drill. The Eagle is sniffing. Oh dear Lord. Secret Service team, the Eagle is in.
I'm also proud to have signed an executive order on my first day in office to combat discrimination against plus American.
Donald Trump, the unstoppable force. Now, as you just saw within that clip of Jimmy Kimmel, it is the biggest wee bowling NPCs that I've ever seen in my life. Donald Trump has been charged with all of his felonies. Woo! Donald Trump, let's reenact his court case today. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Woo! Just from the fucking audience. Now, throughout this video, I've got about 4 or 5 minutes worth of footage of me scrolling through the comment section of that video of Jimmy Kimmel, and it just reeks of, fucking shoelace level IQ. It really does. So I'll let you pause and read through all of that throughout the entire video. But we have a little article here from Trump is found guilty on 34 felony counts. Read the counts here. Jurors of the New York criminal trial against former President Donald Trump has convicted him of 34 felony counts of falsified business records. Anything that comes out of the New York justice system, I instantly just fuck it off instantly after hearing that 52-year-old black man was arrested and probably going to be charged because he was making firearms in his gunsmith business that he had all the licenses and also paid all of his taxes for. And once he was dragged to court, the judge there, called Darky, I'm not kidding, that was her name, Darky, a white woman I believe it was, told the person and his lawyer, don't you dare mention the Second Amendment here, it does not exist within these courts. So yeah, fuck New York's justice system, fuck it off. But anyway, let's continue reading on just for a tiny bit more. This is the first time a former or sitting US president has been convicted of criminal charges. The jurors said they unanimously agreed that Trump falsified business records to conceal a $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy to influence the outcome of the 2016 elections. God, I'm struggling to speak today. Now, I'm only going to read that bit because I don't want to bore you with the rest of the details, but yeah, I'm at the point now where I hear this stuff and I'm like, yeah, fucking horse shit. I do not trust governments in any way, shape or form. I do not trust the justice systems in any way, shape or form. And again, I have something called pattern recognition, which very few people on this planet seem to actually utilise. Again, if you were wanting to throw false charges at Donald Trump, what would be the most believable to the idiots of this planet, which sadly make up way more than 50% of the entire Earth's population? That he has used hush money, bribe money, silence money, voided taxes and so on and so forth. That's the most believable for a multi-billionaire businessman. It is, for sure. Again, let's look at the 2 more recent things within similar circumstances to this. The Tate brothers, accused of human trafficking, which, by the way, that states that human trafficking in Romanian definition is showing women how to become famous on TikTok by telling them when to upload and what type of content to upload at said time. Again, it's the most believable allegations against them because they are multi-millionaires or billionaires at this stage, and the fact that they've travelled the world on their super ultra mega luxury yachts and invited women from all around the world to fly them out to come and spend the weekend on their luxury yachts. So it's the most believable one that yes, they are human trafficking people. Again, even though there's no evidence of that whatsoever. Again, let's go over to the UK where I'm from. Let's look at Russell Brand from last year, where he got a tip off 3 days in advance. There'll be an entire hit piece by the mainstream media calling him, basically a woman abuser, a sexual assaulter towards women. which was quite funny with that because he decided to beat them to the punchline and make a video exposing that and also defending himself, rightfully so. And because he managed to beat them within that 3 days, all of the mainstream media outlets panicked and released all of their hit pieces prematurely, which was an absolute shit show. And it was just all within the same hour, all in connection, all at the same time. It was the same with the Tate brothers as well. They just woke up one day and all at the exact same time, you've been banned from this app, this website, this account, all your banks have been seized, so on and so forth, all at the exact same time. And again, what I find funny about the Russell Brand case as well is, in the UK with Channel 5, they made a documentary on him of a hit piece of him being an evil man 3 weeks before this was even announced to the world that this is the accusations against Russell Brand. Yeah, as the Tate brothers like to say, it definitely smells like a Matrix attack for sure. Again, we've seen this with other people as well. Again, because Russell Brand was known to be a mad shagger, as we might say in Scotland, it's the most believable crime that he sexually assaulted a woman 16, 17 years ago in a random hotel with no CCTV footage and no proof whatsoever. You ever noticed with these people as well, with the women who were victims of these people, whenever they give an interview, there's no name, they're silhouetted out and their voice is very deep to conceal their identity. Yes, Russell Brand, it spiked me with 4 kilograms of Rohypnol and I ended up travelling the multiverse and I've actually time travelled back in time to tell my story of what Russell Brand did to me because I didn't wake up until 53 years from now. It's always the same just mad bullshit over and over again, and I'm not falling for it anymore, and I don't think a lot of people are. But in saying that, I've kind of got to contradict myself because as you're again seeing right now, Jimmy Kimmel's comment section really does show that how low IQ people are on this planet, and I think that's the way it's always going to be and the way it's always has been and the way it's going to be going forward. Now, the other thing is I like to point out to all these woke lefty, retard communist wannabes throughout the Western world is when Donald Trump was president between 2016 and 2020, it is the best America's ever been. It's just a fact. Lowest rates of unemployment in American history. The first president in 72 years, I think it was, not to start a war. Again, trying to get peace deals done with Russia, North Korea and China, which was extremely close to doing as well, with a firm hand and firm words to follow it as well. And just overall made America a lot better of a place. But when you look at Joe Biden after 2020, absolute fucking shit show and a half. The biggest shit show in American history. Again, one of the first things out of the gate, they pulled out of Afghanistan quite abruptly. His pull-out game is definitely weak in every way, shape or form. And I find it quite ironic that someone like Joe Biden has the absolute fucking audacity to complain about Americans owning full semi-automatic bolt action, pump action, lever action, revolver 50 BMG pistols, as he likes to fucking call them. Remember, 9mm will blow the lungs out of the black, but out of the black. Well, yes, that's also true, but out of the back as well. But 22 will not do that. He knows nothing about firearms. Yet, when he pulled out of Afghanistan, how many billions upon billions upon billions of dollars did he leave behind for the Taliban just to take and keep of firearms and weaponry and armoured vehicles behind for them just to take over the country even more? Yeah. Again, the absolute beyond drug epidemic throughout the whole of America as well after legalizing drugs. Again, the financial state of America is absolutely fucking abysmal. Nobody has money over there. Nobody can afford health insurance. Nobody can afford weekly or monthly groceries. People are working 2 to 3 jobs and still failing to pay for the crack den that they've been forced to live in an absolute hellhole, because even the rent for that is just abysmal. It's an absolute joke, and the fact that there's people like Stephen Kine, for example, on Twitter, Biden for 2024, fuck Donald Trump. If you know about him, he's an absolute fucking monster. He honestly is. Yeah, I'm at the point now where I'm just like, fuck all of this. It would be absolutely fucking hysterical to see all of these woke lefty LGBT 4K 60 FPS BBQ use code CHILDRUMMER for 10% off at checkout people have an absolute fucking meltdown for the next month on Twitter or on all platforms if somebody who's been convicted of felony charges in prison wins the next presidential election and rules the entire country of America from prison. That would send them into ultra street show mode that would blow everyone's eardrums out. I cannot wait for that to happen. I just see that Donald Trump is definitely the right person going forward. I think he might be the last hope for humanity at this point, if I'm being quite honest with you. But yeah, at least America has their pardon the pun Trump card. Here in the UK, we have absolutely nothing, and I don't think we will going forward. I think the UK is ultimately fucked. I think Donald Trump is America's last hope. So yeah, please make the right decision, America. Voting for Joe Biden or any of his, political friends will just end in disaster. Again, why am I living like this? I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did. You voted for Joe Biden. He has caused all the problems. Vote for Donald Trump, and this is coming from a Scottish person, but yeah, I think it's about time to do the right thing as well. Save America and hopefully save the world going forward. But yeah, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. If you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, it would be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said. I'll reply to you ASAP. Or leave a comment if you want me to cover a topic in a future video in the next few days. I'll definitely get on that as well. We're very, very close to 1,000 subs. If we can hit that in the next 30 days, that would be awesome. I think we're about 30 away, so let's get that done. If you want to follow me over on Twitter for some truly beyond uncensored opinions, you can follow me there at rant-A-holic. There'll be a link in the pinned top comment down below. But yeah, please go check out my other videos. It'd be greatly appreciated as well. I've made videos all over about corruption and politics and the state of the UK police and just wokeness as well, including some bullshit on video games. But yeah, I love yous all, and as always, keep on rolling. Have a great day and a better week to follow. And remember, make America great again.
Fire away.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's very entertaining. Listen, he's going to get away with it and he's going to win. Watch November. Yeah? This is just a play. He's not going to go to prison. I know that's what you want, but it's not going to happen. Trump's going to win. You see all my black people, my Hispanic, what he did in the Bronx? That was amazing. That was a success. And I know that it's very cringy for you. He's going to win. Trump is a Terminator. He's a cyborg. You can't stop him.